Hey everybody, welcome back to more Wargame, and for once it's not the wheel, don't worry, the wheel will return. Just a friend of mine messaged me directly and asked me, hey, can you check out that deck? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And here's the deck. It's Red Dragons Marines, which, did I play it a while ago? I don't remember. But, it's Red Dragons Marines. It's an interesting deck, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna adjust your deck except for one thing, and that is remove the naval tab, because I don't know, it just makes me it's very unnerving to me if I see units down here, especially ships, because they stand out as I'm not used to seeing those unit cards. Now, to the deck. I'm not gonna adjust this beforehand. I would change some things, but I'm not gonna adjust this beforehand. I might do it afterwards, after I played with it. There's not really much that I would adjust. I think the support app is pretty fine, although oh, never mind. You don't get the North Korean 5PG motor in Marines. I stand corrected. I was gonna say the North Korean 5PG motor has more ammo, but you don't have access to it. Logistics hub, I think, is fine, especially since you don't get the John Maho CV. I agree with running 2 cards of infantry CVs. You get 4 of them per card thanks to the availability bonus, so 8 in total. That is like the minimum I want for ranked decks, at least. Sometimes 7, but really 8, I think, is what I almost always try to go for. Infantry tab, I would definitely run 2 cards of these bad boys in a WC. I think that is just such a strong combo. I think it's a mistake to not run them. Like, any deck that has them should run at least 1 card of these bad boys, and any infantry deck that has them, Marines and Moto, in my eyes, should honestly run 2 cards. Even unspec, I might say I think it might be optimal to actually run 2 cards. They're just so good together. Um, and what that replaces is easy, the QW ones. Manpads are great, but your anti-air is already so good in this deck. I don't think they're needed at all. Um, and if you don't want to replace the manpads, maybe Legion 90. They're not bad by any means. They're a bit on the expensive side, fair, but they're not a bad squad by any means. They're niche, but they fill the niche very well. And in a infantry spec deck, it's easier to fit them in, of course. In unspec, I would probably not run them. Again, considering ranked, where I don't know the matchup, I don't know the map beforehand, right? If I know the map and the deck beforehand, of course, I would make certain adjustments. But whenever I'm talking like this, I'm always assuming ranked deck where you have no information about that beforehand. But they're not as needed anymore these days because Yakion Days got better with the RPD buff. And in Marines you have Lucian Dui, which are also really strong for town grinding. So I wouldn't say it's a bad card, but either these boys or these boys I would replace with the second card of Tanka Shashou and use both of those cards in a WC5F1. That is in my eyes the biggest change, or maybe even the only change I'd make to this deck. Tank tab, you don't get much. If I had to guess, this is probably just in here because activation points were left over. Regen tab, I think, is fine as well. Classic combo, 2 Lirens, 1 in the WC, 1 in the C9A. 2 CTQs and an MI1. Again, pretty standard. This got a small buff, a small price buff, so it's an okay unit. I think if it had like a double tube launcher, which meant it had a salvo of 2, so it doesn't have to reload for 5 seconds after each missile, would probably be a good chunk better. Also, it has, being wheeled, pretty horrible off-road speed, honestly. I think that is not something that you might look at it at first glance or notice at first glance. It's still green, right? So it doesn't jump out as if it was red or orange. But 60 kmh really isn't that fast, like a WC that has 80 or BDS 60 that has 80, right? And I think on a unit like this that tries to juke in and out of range, in and out of line of sight, that is important. Beagle tab. Again, I don't think there's really much to write home about. You don't get anything else in the helicopter tab. Air tab, I don't know off the top of my head, but what I do remember is you don't have a lot of choices, and basically, if you fill the entire air tab, there's just 2 planes to leave out. He chose these 2 planes, F6C. I would agree. I mean, there's maybe the argument to be made to just buy this for helo scouting for 40 points. Between those two cluster planes, more accuracy versus 10% ECM. These ones also have better missiles. It's always kind of a toss up, but I'd probably go for the Chinese one, unless the availability is different. It's not. I'd go for the Chinese one. The better time over target, I think, might also be handy on bigger maps, or if you fly around the side or something. Of course, slightly increased survivability. I'd probably go for this. I think it's worth 10 points. It's still the same availability. The other 5 planes are, I think, pretty standard, right? Solid plane lineup. And don't forget, you get one extra step of veterancy in Marines. It helps with the JH7, with the 27 SK, of course. And yeah, I would also order certain units differently, but that's a different story. On these bad boys, I'd either put them in this 5-pointer or in a BTR 60. Because this one's just so slow. And yes, it has 2 front armor, but you're not really spamming them, and having the better off-road speed helps a lot to get into position faster and, in that sense, safer. And frankly, I feel like most of the times, infantry or ATGM squads or weapon teams, if they get killed in a transport, this might just be like anecdotally, right? I feel like most of the time they actually die to side shots, right? Because you're trying to barely juke out of the max range of whatever enemy is shooting at you, right? In which case, the front armor doesn't really matter. And again, I think the speed is quite a detriment. Now, if we were talking about spamming line infantry for the front line, that is a different story, of course. But in this case, I'd go for the ZSD or the BTR 60. This is the 2 armor 5-pointer. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we can do in ranked. Okily dokily. We got Tinjo on a big map. Should be good for us. This is very similar to Moto. I am again missing though those WC551s with the tank case, but we have Gong Bob Young and a BTR 88, which especially in the opener can fill a similar role, although they are 10 points more expensive. We have Lijian, so we definitely would not really mind the town grind. Lijian and Lushan Dui on veteran gonna be good here. I still want to try to hold, get a position in there. Let's get one of you and one Gong Bob Young. I don't want to be too expensive. Since we have those, again, I would definitely use them in the wheels as well, especially man pads. You're not gonna spam them nearly as much as the band tanks, which you could also down vet in my eyes, definitely. You're gonna toss them around like one squad here, one squad there. The speed, I think, is also important in my eyes. Especially since you buy like 7 of them per game. That's 35 points per game at max. Not a big deal. And the speed can definitely matter. I'm gonna play it safe and get a BTR 60 PB for this CV, just in case our opponent opens with the Helo Hunter. HQ7 is a must. Let's get like a CTQ and this for the town. Get 1 squad for the town, 2 squads for our 2-pointer to defend. Bunch of you as well. You. Probably just get a second HQ, huh? Get like a man pad. Be greedy. You wanna play defensive in either, like in the opener, you wanna basically, if you can just hold basically this part, I'll be a happy camper. Now, of course, I'm gonna try to get in here, but if it doesn't, I didn't spend too many points there. So I'm not investing too much there. What else do I want? What else am I expecting? Maybe I should get like a... Let's just get 2 of you. You're good all-round squads, right? Either we're gonna help you here with town fight, or we're gonna have to have a forest fight in there, in which case they're gonna be alright. 30 points. Could skip on the CTQ and then have 25 points, not 6. Mm-hmm. Let's just save those points when we get a plane. We have good planes, or decent planes, right? But you have the Q5i as well, let's not forget about that. Alright, I'm ready. Especially if our opponent is very aggressive with motor stuff, maybe we can snipe some key units with this. Would be neat. Let's have some good arty with this. Don't forget, this got an aim time buff, so it has 10 seconds now. One of the few, well, I think only two, non-7HE 10 seconds aim time howitzers. Last time I said that, I said it's the only one, but somebody reminded me that actually the South African Sexton also has 10 seconds. Which is weird, and arguably should have been fixed. But at the same time, it's not game breaking, so whatever. Is it quote unquote unfair to decks that have more modern artillery, which doesn't have 10 seconds? In a sense, I guess you could say that, but from a purely balance perspective, I don't think it's a big deal. But of course, not everybody cares purely about balance. Oh, that's fine. Different people have different priorities. Or different expectations, wants, etc, etc, right? My way isn't the only way. Okay, US or Norrit. Is there a longbow there as well? Chinooks. Not a dab. That's a lot of that. A lot of helicopters. Those carry rangers. I wonder what is. No, it's an LAV. That is an F-16. Right, I'm dead. Let's look at you in there. Attack move you. Just secure that forest with you. There are. Let's give it. Let's gamble. Let's gamba. Oh, he's not looking at me. Oh no! You messed up, buddy. Oh, come on! I believe in you, SC-27. Yes. Well, we traded. Well, we didn't even trade, right? Oh, we got hit. Okay, nice. Very good, very good. Be careful with your ASFs. Don't be like me. What was that? Why did I... What? Oh, you're getting shot at by the MG. WTP-7, those are Marines. It's actually... Let's help out with you. Wait, oh yeah, I only started with one. That's right. Did I lose my MM1? I didn't actually. That is neat. Come on! I forgot. Oh, we killed the LVTP, that's nice. That's a fucking Nighthawk! That's a forking Nighthawk! Oh, that's bad timing. These dead ones arrived at least. Not enough water. Let's get an HQ-61. You killed the LV, presumably, given your veterancy. There was a Humvee. What came in the Humvee? Might have just been light rifleman, which I actually might be able to assault there, but I'm not winning. Maybe I am winning this actually. I could save you. That'd be great. Let's get a bit deeper into the forest. I don't want to be at the edge of the forest where the split you up. I don't want to like have a single Nighthawk just bully you. You are very aggressive here. Maybe I shouldn't do this. You took some damage as well. Let's actually put you back. It was stupid of me to put you there. You're not doing anything. Let's get a CV. Let's put... I have to use them somewhere, but I want to be... Ideally, I want to land and unload them somewhere where they can't be spotted. Here, I'm too afraid that a Rican just there will spot this, and then a Nighthawk could just get me. This one, I'm more expected to... I expect more to not be spotted while unloading or flying there. Circle you around. Oh, LAV, huh? Okay, that explains the damage. That's fine. What did I kill? Was it the pivots? Yeah, just a Humvee. Yeah, light rifleman, okay. More Marines. I'm gonna be arguably reckless and keep this turned on. I should split them up. Just so I can dodge a Nighthawk better. Dap. Pretty dapper. Honestly, let's just get a second one. US airplay is one of the things I'm most afraid about in this entire game, really. Nice kill the vehicles with the tank guys. Oh, there's the pivot again. There's a Nighthawk. Oh, did you see that missile? Holy! Yeah, I was about to say, that's it. That's a GG if I've ever seen one. Holy! I didn't think missiles could turn that hard. Yikes. Yikes. And then I assume it one-shot the Block 52. I didn't pay full attention. I don't know if any of the missiles also hit the Block 52. But it looked like it was a one-shot on the Block 52. The Nighthawk did get hit by the 27 SK. Block 52, I don't know. But the HQ61 connected both and seemingly one-shot the block. Holy man, I'm just... Woo! That was... Chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. Very greedy to... Like, that's... You gotta be careful when you're running the Nighthawk, right? The first time, especially in the opener, if you spotted the AA or spotted a lot of your opponent, you can't get away with running it unprotected against radar AA. The second time, you gotta be careful, especially against certain decks. And Red Dragon / China, I have some of the HQ61 is just so good in my eyes against planes. Like 60 points for that range and accuracy, and 9 AG, which helps against stuff like Thunderbolts. So good, just so good. And I think it's so underrated. It also came in just in time, like 60% accuracy for 60 points and 4,200 meters range. Oh, yeah. Okay, it did get hit. It did get hit by the SK. So the SK hit it with the 27 R1 and the Nighthawk with the 73 M1. So this one with the 6 HG missile, Nighthawk with the 5 HG missile. What did it go for, the Nighthawk even? Did it drop its bombs? There they are. These Lijan. Did the other Lijan die? When did the other Lijan die? Wait, what? Did it get wrecked by the Marines? What happened? Or maybe they died just before the impact, as in like they died because of the impact, but in the game's eyes they were already dead. I didn't pay. Once again, I didn't pay attention. Holy, okay, they were Needlight Razzmann and Nappy actually would have made it impossible to push up. Unless my opponent never paid attention and never turned it around or had it hover high. Well, either way, let's give it another shot, right? It was just a warm-up game. Alright, we got Striker. Hello. Okay. Much bigger map. Actually, no, but a much different map. Very different map. Dimitri push? Can it work? I think it makes plane support difficult because we can't spot the AA. We have to fly a long way. Can't get spotted early on. Gives our opponent lots of time. We try a Boris push, right, with Lijan, and then fill it with recoilless rifles and band tanks. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try that. Let's get an HQ7 just to stop MS-17s that don't like ruining our day. Get one of you for the ride, one of you for the ride. Well, maybe even a CDQ-62G. I actually want to be relatively heavy there. You know what? Let's start with one of you. For the left, I definitely want to land with one of you. See, this is where, again, these guys in the WC551 would be so nice. I'd have an autocannon with 2 armor, I'd have these guys, get them fast in here, have an autocannon, they can cover a lot of ground with their range, and even against infantry with their AG. Very cheap for what they do. Gonggobyong kind of do a similar thing, but in this case, basically worse in my eyes. Again, that doesn't mean these are bad by any means, they got buffed even, right? Like, they got a bit tier 80A now. And they have 10 RPM on the recoilless rifle. But it's not the same. Let's get in some of you for this town. I think we want a mortar early on. Could even get an early PM24 actually. Maybe it should be my first buy. But then it's so... You know what? I am actually gonna start with one and just plow it down here. I think let's get some of you. And let's follow up with these bad boys. One for here. Another squad for there. Let me think. Manpad? Let's get a manpad for the right side as well. 50 points. Get 2 of you. Either drive them in here, maybe later on. Maybe even like see if we can push there. Could/should get an early mortar as well. I think I actually want to smoke this off because driving stuff in here can always... Yeah, I think I should actually get a mortar. And I'm ready. Luck of fun. I started with 2 mortars. I'm an actual idiot. Oh well, at least it will be consistent now, huh? Is a block mech? No. I might have been too late. It's just because I wanted to make sure stuff is flying there. It's just unspec, huh? It's drop 2, okay. It's just normal Eastern block. Ooh, careful. Oh, careful with these bad boys. Okay, I just kind of screwed up here. Yeah, that's what to like about what I will do to you. Lijan. LSTR squads, huh? Wait, what are OT64 or OT62s? No, that's a heavy tank, okay. Get a few oh, no, I was really trying to catch some of these in the open with my napalm launchers. Which would have dealt a ton of damage. But yeah, BMP-1s, I spotted BMP-1, so it's not Moto. There's oh, that's rough. I didn't have nearly enough there. Lijan can only get you so far, especially when there's fire support involved. Ugh. And I should have bought the other HQ61 in hindsight. That's a very rough start. It's a very rough start. Also expected my MI4 to do more, but it didn't. Alright, I think it's time to B5, huh? Salamandra. Yeah, it's you over there. B24, just keep him annoyed there. B5. Bomb there. MS17. I mean, there's a chance that there was really nothing there. I doubt it, but you never know. Oh, you're supposed to shoot at the head. Okay, they still died, that's very good. I get an angle on you from here. You get one shot by an HQ, which is really nice. Let's give you some infantry in here. Oh, some guy survived, huh? Wow, you missed? I mean, there's a chance that while attack moving, it kept losing line of sight because... Ouch! I guess it was Ondava, or whatever heavy RT he uses. Oh, they jumped so far to the right, I barely hit them. That's unfortunate. This guy's actually got damaged. Oh, the B5. Because of the LSTR, almost certainly. You need to get a CV though as well. This is just to keep him annoyed there. It's not really gonna do much, unless I get lucky, of course. My god, I hate when this happens. Those are reservists. Salamandra, that's annoying. No sign of sight. Oh, you fuckers survived? SF. It's always gonna be hard to say after the match, right, how much TB5 did, as it evacs before it kills. The kills are never listed properly. Send one of you back there just to, like, kill you. Get you some missiles, huh? Okay. Let's get you a bit further up to spot something at least. Those are reservists. Ugh. MI-17. Bomber. Didn't do much. Decisive. Ooh, careful. QW1 died to the Salamander, that's annoying. I was annoyed that the Salamander survived for so long. Still didn't die. MFers shouldn't be alive. I want to be careful with this because the Salamander then can easily spot my transport, right? And come on. Just okay, let's try something like this, okay? Park you there, make the Salamander thing, and then unload. Once it's stationary there, unload. Right? Try to be Galaxy Brain with this. Though at this point, the HQ7 is also already there. Oh, unload! The Conquerors is gonna just one-shot me. Fuck. And my squads are getting one-shot by that, so get our own ASF, then we can also escort RP5 better. As soon as the flames are gone, that MiG-29 is ready again. Careful. We are elite though, which the Polish MiG isn't, but it has better base accuracy, right? Which is definitely worth more than the extra veterancy, to be honest. It's done. Where am I? There they are. You can infantry. Okay, that MF moved over. That is some very valuable information. Could try the counter battery. Oh, at the time we were trying to 90 seconds. I could try to fly around and like get this guy. Maybe get like a J7 for that T72. I still have 2 mortars, might as well use them, right? Oh, that's an infantry CV. Where are you going to unload? There? Well, that's good to know. Let's wait a bit. I want to wait until he sends his planes out again before I send out the B5. Let's get a second ASF though. We need to get air dominance. Against Eastern Bloc, actually not that difficult because usually they're only running 1 card of ASFs. And it's relatively rare that they run like pretty strong plane heavy anti-air as well. Service spam. Ouch. Over. There they are. Let's go. Oof, double ASF. Let's try to trade at least 1 for 1. See. Oh, wow. That is unfortunate. And I didn't even hit a single thing. I want to wait until this evacs. Wow, that is unfortunate. That is so unfortunate for us. Oof. That is tough, man. Okay, wait until the evacs and we're gonna snap this CV. Sucks. Big balls. Didn't get a single one of those planes. Or not even a single hit. I mean, hit or not probably wouldn't have mattered, honestly. Like, as long as it doesn't die, but it's still just frustrating, right? And just... CDQ died, that's unsurprising with the Salamandra there and just fucking barely staying out of range, that piece of shit. The fact that this thing still isn't dead annoys me to no end, man. See, T72 is pretty low though, so that's nice. And the CV died. That's also nice. Better be careful. We know that he has seed, right? This is getting too dangerous for me. Oh! How do we? What do we even want to buy? Let's get some more of these bad boys. Fuck it, let's get one of you. Probably the wrong decision to go for you, but. Oh, we did some good damage here. Holy. See if we can get you a supply truck in there. Oh fuck it, let's just move this one in. Put the ones in the open. And see if we can sneak you around. It's a bit late to sneak, but no, better late than never. One side armor means they get one shot immediately to the side. But that is not to be underestimated, the downside. That with these boys up there. Oh, is that another infantry CV that I just spotted there? Please tell me you're gonna unload there. Another one of you. It's actually not looking too bad for us, I think. Oh man, I can't wait to wait. To just sit there and wait. Okay, I should not just keep you out in the open with one armor. You should get some... They're 100 points. If you can be a bit cheeky, huh? At least survive. Okay, you're making it out. Probably shouldn't or didn't deserve to make it out, but here you are. Still know it's in there. I have 100 points. Let's get more of you. And maybe like a triple stack of you to try to get through there, huh? Let's give that a shot. Okay. Manpad. Again, I'm still annoyed that freaking salamander is still alive. I don't know how much of it had to do with luck. Really, I did not pay attention to how much happened there. What I assume happened there is I had this on attack move, right? And the salamander was moving at a similar time and just kept getting in and out of line of sight because of the forest, and that basically meant the HQ7 auto missed, right? Which is fair enough, right? It had nothing to do with luck or something. Okay, there they are again. That's the seed. Can I get lucky hit? Nope. Okay. Oh, the seed died, so that's neat. BM24. There's my BM24, there it is. Seems like we killed the CV. One of the tankers there died, that's unfortunate. Still have the Lijian squad there, huh? You're not useless against the M1M. Yeah, as long as the MiG-29 exists though, I have to be careful with my infantry CV in there. I just can't really dodge, I don't have a vehicle, right? There's the other seed. Where were you? At the back there. Jesus. Oop. Oh, we killed it. No more seed. Didn't lose our ace of either, which is really, really nice. Oh, I need to move these guys up. Oh, you're out of ammo, that's bad. Let's get another HQ7 here. Oh, Tatra? Oh no, it's probably still the one from earlier, huh? Or don't tell me it's in there. No, it's you! It's you! You're in there! Oh, you shouldn't have did that. Oh. Also, I gave a lot of autocannon ammo right there, which was not cheap. Let's get a JH7. Preemptively. Oh, hello, Fob. Could snipe you, but I think at this point, 60 minutes left, I don't think it's worth the points, the time, the effort. Good job, tank, band tank. I'm gonna wait until he does the next plane run again, right? Because that's when he sends his ace Fs out. Please, sir. You have permission. Still have this bad boy. Where do we try to name? Mobile CV. I get spotted from back here, or is this town still inhabited? Headshot? No. Ow. Ow. Don't. I have to be really careful because the CDQ at this range is a lot more easily spotted than otherwise. Ooh, but it's a good shot. Oh, the splash because they were bunched up together. That's. Whew. That was a. Oh, that was a good CTQ shot. That's probably Mudshoots or something. Oh, maybe they are the CR. They're giving away to see actually. This might lead him to send his bomber out again. So now that thing is there. Ow, 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 ow. Get like an MI1. You might think I'm hacking, right? With being so spot on with my CV, with these CV positions. But every single time I've spotted these, the transports. Every single time. And that's why having a helicopter... I mean, to be fair, he did it right early on in my eyes, right? Which is... I might have very easily got a spot in here myself, right? which is sending ground transports. But that's, you know, he was obviously out of the Tatra, so he had sent the MS-17. But that's exactly why helicopter series can, in certain situations, be a huge detriment, even if you're getting an MS-17 without having to sacrifice like a, you know, the versatility of mine, like a Berota coming in ground transport or something, right? It's always nice to get like, or start with like a rocket pod helicopter as well. But it can come with downsides. It's an ASF. Did we kill the other one? No, we didn't. Again, I think I'm actually happy with it. 1-for-1 here. Alright. Oh! Let's go. Kill 2 ASFs. We lost all of our ASFs ourselves, which for a marine tank is probably pretty bad. But given that Eastern Bloc tends to be pretty ASF light, I'm not too worried. Sniping 3 CVs with the B5 here is just so disgusting, man. It is so disgusting. Yeah, move your ass. Stop being landed so my HQ7 can actually hit you. I gotta be careful with this. It's in a tank tab, but we do not grant it the rank of being tanky. It's fucking Moderna. Holy shit. Weapons jammed! After a horrible opener, I think we served up a really good comeback, honestly. That opener went like shit. And after that, sure, it was a bit spicy losing an ASF for nothing. But our opponents really spent a lot of points on the Salus Ninja without achieving anything, really. He always liked the fire support to make good use of them, out of them. Once we got, sometimes it just takes a bit longer to evacuate, sometimes it takes a bit less time for the bomb to hit. Basically, it killed 3 CVs. Probably damaged some other stuff, maybe killed 1 or 2 extra squads on top of that. But B5 kind of the MVP here. It's also just so hard to dodge, right? Because with infantry, you have only so much time. With the cooldown of town hopping, right? You could basically only town hop once. Twice if you see it early on. But I think he had no radar AA on the field. I killed a Neva with the Yaks. I guess it was in the middle forest there, huh? Oh no. Wait. I don't know. Maybe it was when it was moving in from the right, when the Smotschützen came with the BMP1s as well, where I got MiG-29'd. But I'm betting that he had no radar AA on the field. Until that Neva, which came in, I presume, towards the very end, right? I sniped it, I assume I sniped it in here, where there were also 2 BMP1s with Smotschützen, or 3. And then I got MiG-29 and one of the Yaki and Day squads got killed. I assume that's where it was. Which meant that, or I assume that up until then, he didn't have a single radar AA on the field, piece on the field. Which is the reason why I waited until the ASS planes were out. Not just because I didn't want to get killed, but also because I didn't want to get spotted. So I want to wait specifically until I call it a B5 for the first time. Yes, drop 2. Oh, it actually does have very good air detection. Never mind. Okay. Most non-radar AA pieces don't have very good air detection. There are a few exceptions. I didn't realize drop 2 was one of them. I assumed it wasn't. I was wrong. HQ7 is also one of them, by the way. Unless, and I'm misremembering, but I don't think I am, unless the very good on, let's say, Strap 2 is not the same thing as a very good on radar AA pieces, but I don't think that there are any differences between very good on different anti-air pieces. I opened the armory tool and I searched for very good. I'm smart. So the air optics on the Strap 2 is 250, same as it is on the Strap 1. On, let's say, a Patriot, It is also 250. Okay, well, in that case, it didn't matter as much. Planes still have better air detection, right? For example, the MiG-29 has a value of 450, so almost twice as much, right? Twice as far, essentially. I was a bit too fast there. I think the next time I send it out is when to snipe the CV, because it got hit there, but it is here. Oh wow, that is a spicy CV positioning. Very good against CV snipes, but very, very spicy if you end up getting pushed there. Honestly, I think the BM-24 was actually good. Still a decent unit. But I think some nice stuff done. I did not look at the kills, or did not pay attention to the kills. He actually got a Neva very early on? Huh? Was it just out of range for the B5 in the middle? I guess at the end of the day, it didn't matter nearly as much for me to send those to wait out. But, like, hold on. I want to wait until... Let's just quickly check, right? So you can't spot the 27 SK from here on out, right? Especially with the Polish mix. The multi-role MiG has air optics of 300, which is still better than the AA. I'm dead certain that it's the MiG-29 spotting them. Oh, I did this distance and never mind, probably also just spots them. Okay, so I guess at this point it doesn't really matter that I waited with the Neva sitting here. Yeah, he spots me as soon as I come out. But it never just wasn't in range. It just wasn't in range. Yeah, I definitely should position it like somewhere here. Should still protect Fox good enough for also protecting Bravo. That is so funny. The fact that I never killed the Salamandra, it still annoys me, by the way. Pretty straightforward Eastern Bloc deck. Are those Mochutsen upweighted? They are. Interesting. No Wilks though, just M1Ms. At least caught out. I don't know what the deck looks like, of course. Oh, I did not look at the veterancy of this MS-17. Or any of the MS-17s except for this one. Would have known that there was an infantry CV here, but I never would have guessed it's up there, to be fair. Definitely could have been caught out though if I decided to sneak something through there and he wasn't immediately paying attention. It's very spicy. It paid off in the sense that it never got killed or threatened, but at the same time, it also never tried to snipe over there either, so... It was an unlucky Moderna, but it just kept moving forward, right? It wasn't even on an attack move. It just kept moving towards my Lucia and Dewey there. Oh, it killed that squad there, okay. Andava never lit it up. Yeah, that's the game. I think it was a pretty good game. I still think... I still would much rather put them in a WC. You trade, I think medium optics even, right? Yeah, medium optics and 2 front armor and 1 side armor. For wheels. You still have the same autocannon. You basically get 1 fewer shots. Right? You barely lose any ammo. But having wheels is just so good. And on a squad like this, like, don't get me wrong, for 15 points, set a C90. It might be the best 15-point transport now that the PvP got nerfed. 4 front armor, good off-road speed, decent autocannon, even medium optics, amphibious, right? I mean, amphibious and medium optics, they're not crazy good, but they're like, oh, that's neat, right? And if it was available to what are they called? The Shanji, the 10-point line infantry, base Shanji specifically, it would be busted, especially in red mech. But because they're not, this didn't get touched. Because again, at some point, like, sure, units should be cost, in my eyes at least, units price should be based on what it can do and can't do, right? basically its capabilities. Um, so the ZSC 90 in a vacuum honestly should be 20 points. But since you can't get it with 20-point infantry, you can't get it with like great, actually one of the worst 15-point line infantry squads in the game, and a 15-point Rico's rifle squad, which Synergize is okay with it, but not crazy good. It's not really a problem unit. And as such, instead of making it 20 points and giving it to base Shanchi, which would basically be a worse version than it currently is with Shanchi 85, we decided to just not touch it and keep it as it is. But I think especially with Tango Charge or the WC just works much, much better. If I had to choose between them. I still think the best choice is to run 2 cards in the WC, but if you run 2 cards and run one of the ZSC, one in WC, that's also fine. But I think you should have at least 1 card of them in the WC whenever you have access to them. It's just such a good card. It's a no-brainer in my eyes. So, I think the deck performed. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll hopefully see you in the next time. In the next one. God damn it. Bye bye.